Sam Raimi talked about Spider-Man 4, and this is what he said. Sam Raimi reportedly said that there's a chance of Spider-Man 4 happening. He said this: if it is to happen, it will be the right time when asked about Spider-Man 4. So, um, this is actually wild to me that he would even speak about this because it's been decades at this point since we've seen since Spider-Man 3 has come out. And I find it funny that he is, that he has hope for it because this means one thing, man. And, I want to talk about a few things. Okay. Let's talk about Insomniac. And we're gonna talk about this when we because we are going to talk about the Spider-Man video game a little later in our docket. But Sony has been losing money. Okay, they fired hundreds of their employees at Insomniac because of due to not hitting their financials. So if Sam Raimi is hopeful, does this mean that Sony's like, yo, we're just gonna do Spider-Man 4 with Toby, Spider-Man 3, and just pay Andrew as much as he wants to come back, and then rock out with the Tom Holland Spider-Man in the MCU and bring them all together when we want. Do you think that's happening behind the scenes?
I wonder if I can't believe I just used the word wonder. I hate that. Anyway, if Feige is like, you know what? Why don't I just let them do Sam Raimi Spider-Man 4 and they could leave MCU Spider-Man 4 to me? Maybe he's like, I'll throw them a bone. It's going to be a good look for Spider-Man anyway, because everyone is going to want to see Sam Raimi Spider-Man 4. Listen, I grew up, like I was a kid when the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies came out. And it's funny because I was watching Spider-Man 2 the other day.
Greatest Spider-Man film of all time. Go ahead.
Yeah. And the reason the Spider-Man movies are timeless is because the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies are timeless because they are the definitive version of Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is timeless. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's as simple as that. You could put that movie on with anyone of any age and they at any time, and they will enjoy those movies. Even Spider-Man 3, which is obviously the worst of them, but it's still a good movie. It's also a case study in not trying to do too much because that's where they went wrong. But that's beside the point. Listen, if Garfield would come back for Chasm 3 and we got Sam Raimi Spider-Man 4, like I always say it, there is no better character management in the game than Spider-Man. So if there's any character I could ever see them greenlighting something like this for, it is Spider-Man. And if they do it and it's successful, which I believe it would be, we'd see other characters get that treatment as well. We're about to see Batman get a similar treatment, because Batman...
Hugh Jackman's back.
Well, yeah, and Hugh Jackman's coming back, and we're going to get a new Wolverine. I don't know if, those will coincide at the same time, but the point is, are we reaching a new frontier where we get to see multiple versions of these characters running alongside each other? Now, this is very different than Marvel making two of different Avengers universes running alongside each other.
Kristen Dunst, okay? So she said I think it was about a week ago, she was talking about returning. And she said that she would. Wait, I gotta find
it. She needs, because they pay well. She said, that's what she said.
Yeah, you said yes because you get paid a lot of money.
By the way,
I have 2 children and I support my mother. This is just more signs that something is happening behind the scenes, bro. Something's going on.
They all say, "Oh, I'd love to be in the MCU. I'd love to come back to that movie." Kirsten Dunst just said the part that none of them actually say, but they all mean the same thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
I agree. And so I think that this is gonna be very special, bro, because I think that, like, if you asked me a year ago, I would be totally against this movie happening because of the focus on Tom Holland. But ever since No Way Home, I do think that Tom Holland is secreted as the definitive Spider-Man. And I do feel like a lot of fans have accepted the fact that he is the Spider-Man of the larger and wider universe. So, and look, as I said, Sony does need money. So why not just go for the cash cow? Make the Spider-Man 4, make the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man 3. Just do it. I don't care. I mean, and that's just kind of where I'm at, to be honest. I think that the fans will love it, and a lot of fans would get back in theaters, and I think that it would do Sony well because I mean, bro, they're struggling. Like they're not doing good. So I think this is the right move. What they do after that, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how they would do that because Toby and Andrew are getting older. Toby's about to be in his 50s in almost like 5 to 6 years. So there's a lot of questions there, but I think there's some stuff that you can build, and if you want to bring back Sydney Sweeney and all these other characters, bring them back under Toby.